everybody, and welcome to Movie Couple Live. This is a show where we talk about the latest in pop culture and movie news. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
Happy Wednesday!
Woo!
Happy Nintendo Direct Day!
Yeah!
Happy something day!
There's probably a national something day going on today, but I don't remember.
If you go to Krispy Kreme tomorrow and you're registered for that Mars...
Name on Mars, that's
Name
right.
on Mars, the NASA thing, you can get a free Mars donut or something like that.
Yep, tomorrow the new Mars rover is landing on Mars, so I think I'm going to check that out.
We're gonna go to Krispy Kreme and beg and see if they'll let us buy one because we didn't put our name on Mars, but we'll see if they'll let us give them money for it. But today we are talking about the live action Cruella trailer and poster.
We're also going to be talking about Tim Burton's directorial debut
for TV. And of course, what we learned from today's Nintendo Direct, this and so much more coming right up. And of course, you guys, thank you always for joining us, for hanging out with us, taking the time out of your day to hang out. And I, of course, did not put the right title in. So I'm going to just fix that real quick while Dustin talks to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of cool stuff that we're going to be talking about. But yeah, we're definitely going to be diving in to all of the cool Nintendo stuff that they talked about today on Nintendo Direct. Some of the cool games. What are we excited about? What are some of the things that you guys are super excited about?
Yeah.
And how do we get the live chat to work on my phone?
Yeah.
Technology.
It's not working.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, everything is a little wonky. But regardless, we are super excited to be here to be talking to you about all of those things. So before we dive into any of our topics, we always have a little bit of announcements top of the show. So for today's announcement, we have a trailer reaction is now up for the live action Cruella, where we got to take a look at the trailer and the poster, but we'll be discussing that on the show in just a few moments as well. We also have a retro trailer review that is coming tomorrow. And you guessed it, it is if you saw the picture, a lot of you guys already guessed it. It is the 1998 Godzilla film that I till this day have never watched. Probably don't think I will.
You probably never watch it after learning about, what's the rating it has on Rotten Tomato.
Yeah.
And
so watch that tomorrow. Go ahead and give that a watch tomorrow. We also have tomorrow the Mortal Kombat trailer. We got some teasing posters that are up for all the characters. So look forward to that on our channel tomorrow whenever the trailer drops. And of course, we want to continue to thank you guys for your ongoing support, whether it's coming in here and interacting in the chat, giving this video a big thumbs up, which really helps on the YouTube algorithm thing. For those of you who have contributed via Streamlabs or Super Chat, we appreciate it so much. All of your contribution goes right back into this channel, how we can upgrade our equipment to make things look and sound better overall for you guys and to continue to keep what we're doing. So thank you guys so much for that. So should we then go ahead and dive into our news flash?
Yes.
So for today's news flash, we are actually putting the Cruella poster and trailer up top. So if you guys haven't already seen it, the Cruella poster is now here, and it's in the black and white. It's very punk rock, and we know that the time for this movie is set in kind of like that punk rock revolution era in 1970s or something like that in London. Emma Stone plays Cruella. She looks just stunning in the eye makeup with the hair, and she's rocking the lips. I love that the Cruella title is in red, so it's a nice little contrast in there for you. And overall, we really enjoyed the trailer. We thought it looked really great. We thought that it was fun, that she was having fun with this film. What did you think? I
am just super excited that they're actually going to be telling the story of how someone turns evil, that we actually get to have this character from Disney that's a villain, and to tell their story as they are turning into a villain. Yeah, I was during the video that we shot, I was saying like, hey, this might actually be like a Disney version of like Joker, to where it's someone who's beaten down a little bit, someone that is a little bit stepped on, and she's ambitious, and she's just, you know what, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get to the top, even if it's something that's cruel. And I want to see that because Emma Stone is an amazing actress. Her voice, her laugh was like, I was kind of like, well, okay. Yeah. I don't think a maniacal laugh, an evil laugh is easy to do for any. I mean, it comes
Dustin's got one. It's pretty good. It's not that one, but
no,
it's a pretty good one. I don't have one. I'm still trying to find it. Sometimes you have to find it through kind of workshopping and being really in that moment, embracing the character. But I thought when I heard it, kind of almost the same reaction as when I heard Joaquin Phoenix laugh as, his Joker. I was like, ooh.
It brought just a real grittiness to it that I thought was really great. And Emma Stone's laugh, I think, it fits the character perfectly. On how do you do technically a villain origin story, but for a Disney audience. And I think that this is actually a really good way to tell this. And then, since this is very much the origin story on where she came from, if this movie does well, you can now tell the continuation and tell the 101 Dalmatians story, which I think I would love to see Emma Stone in.
Yeah, and I'm kind of happy that they didn't go the route of like, let's just remake 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah.
That they did put Dalmatians in here, and maybe in this movie, they will kind of give us a hint as to why specifically 101 Dalmatians. Why is it exactly Dalmatians? Is it the hate for the black and white coloring because of what this woman did to her, this big fashion icon played by Emma Thompson? So I love that we have two Emmas in this film.
Yes.
Both great actresses. So looking forward to it. And then we actually don't know if this movie is going to, like, I don't remember seeing it at the end of the trailer, but if it's a theatrical release plus Disney Plus at a premium.
Good point. I think it was originally
direct Disney Plus. I think it was meant for theater.
I think it's meant for theaters, and there's fortunately enough time. I actually, you know what? I can't. May. It's a very good possibility that they could do a wide release for this movie in theaters. Maybe they could even do kind of what the HBO and Warner Brothers is doing, which is simultaneous. Put them out in theaters and in on Disney Plus at the same time.
I feel like I would like to see this in theater just because the aesthetic and vibes and things like that. I kind of want to see the fashion, on the big screen. At the same time, it depends on where we are with the pandemic and the vaccine distribution in that sense. And honestly, how many theaters are able to open? I mean, you can put all the movies you want into a theater, but if not all theaters are open, nationwide, then people can't actually have access to it in a theatrical sense. So we'll see. And I feel like maybe if they go Disney Plus with this, it'll still be a PVOD. I don't feel like this are just going to put up like, okay.
Like you have to pay $30 to see it.
I think so, just by the looks of it. But I can be wrong. I mean, this is all speculation. So we'll
find out.
We will see
in May.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we'll probably find out a little bit before that. But in May, we'll definitely be able to find out.
Yeah, maybe next month we'll get a little bit more insight, or probably in April as it gets closer, because May it seems far away, but again, it's really not. So we will see. Moving on to our next topic, we are going to talk about, I didn't even put the thing on here. All right, it's okay. I'll just put up the graphic and then we can all talk about it. Let me just take a second, and we are talking about, where are you? Did I even put it in here? Yes, I did.
Aha!
There it is. So the image you guys are seeing right now is Us Again. And this is a short that is going to be released with Raya and the Last Dragon. So this is actually Disney's first animated short in 5 years. They hadn't done one. And you're thinking, wait, I've seen all the shorts on Disney Plus. They have a whole library of those.
They have a lot of
ones. Like Burrow was a really new one.
Burrow is so cute.
And that's actually Pixar. So it's going to be exciting to see what this one's going to be. And this tells the story of an elderly man named Art and his young at heart wife Dot, who rekindles their zest for life through dance on a magical night. And this short will not have any dialogue. It is entirely told through dance. It has a funk and soul infused score. It's composed by Captain Marvel's, I'm going to mess up this name, I'm so sorry, Pinar Toprak, I believe is the name. And this is also sort of inspired by the dancing done by, and you've seen them if you watch World Dance, I believe it's Keone and Madrid. I'm so sorry if I'm messing up the names. I'm like really, really bad at pronouncing people's names.
They did a dance video that went viral, and it was they were representing an old couple dancing together. It is super cute. If you guys ever get a chance to watch that video, and I just love the fact that they're going to be taking this and bringing it to a nice little a short film.
Yeah.
To where it's such a beautiful thing too. An elderly couple that have been together, that are kind of romanticizing about their past through dance. And I actually have a close connection with this because when I did dance, I did jazz dance, very much Bob Fosse style dancing when I was in college. And the couple that taught it, Denon and Saber Rawls, an amazing couple. You can tell that they've been dancing together for years and years and years. And they did this a posh tango dance.
Oh, cute.
And they were maybe a good 10, 15, maybe even 20 years older than anyone in that dance studio. And they could dance anyone under the table.
Oh, yeah, for
that
sure.
connection that they had, and they had this flair and this passion between them. And I was just like, just to see it and observe it, and just be able to see a short video that kind of celebrates that connection between dance and passion and youth, and remembering your youth is something I'm excited to see.
Also, Disney shorts are infamous for making me cry. So I'm pretty sure by the end of it, I'll be like, either just like subtle tears, kind of trickling down my face, or just like boohoo ugly cry. It's going to be one of the two. But there will be tears.
There are a lot. Oh my gosh. When I saw Bao, I was ugly crying during that short. I was like,
who doesn't though?
Yeah.
And also, of course, our next topic, we have Wednesday. This is coming soon to Netflix. So this is actually going to be a new live action coming of age comedy. It is called Wednesday, of course, based on Wednesday Addams, one of the world's most enduring pop culture icons. And this TV series actually marks Tim Burton's directorial debut for television. So we know that Wednesday has been portrayed in TV, in film, video games. There's musicals. There's, like people cosplay as her, people dress up as her for Halloween. But now she's going to be in her own first young adult television series. And this series is about a sleuthing, supernaturally infused mystery charting Wednesday Addams' years as a student at Nevermore Academy. So this is going to be her attempt to master her psychic abilities. She is going to thwart a monstrous killing spree that has been terrorizing the local town. Who would have thunk?
Yeah.
And solve the supernatural mystery that embroils her parents 25 years ago, all while navigating her new and very tangled relationship at Nevermore. There seems to be going to be 8 episodes coming to Netflix that we don't know if they've cast Wednesday. Wait.
Oh, but that's going to be the big news when they do
soon,
cast who's playing Wednesday Addams. Wednesday Addams and the Addams family is just a huge pop icon, and she has lasted for so long in the the pop icon culture kind of thing. And I'm excited for this. The fact that Tim Burton's back behind the helm of an Addams family genre TV series that focuses on everyone's probably the most popular character of the Addams family. So I'm excited to see who they're going to get. The combination of Tim Burton's kind of creepy, eerie style, but mixed in with a little bit of that kooky and funny and weird Addams family humor. I'm excited about this.
I'm not able to find who is cast as Wednesday, if they're looking at a specific actor to play her. So we don't really know yet, but we will see. This is going to be interesting, and I hope they take it like as creepy as possible.
Yes.
It is Addams family and kind of in that world.
You really can't go too creepy with this. I want them to push the boundaries on that.
Yeah.
And just they said it's young adult.
Correct.
Because it really does focus around Wednesday. So
more like Sabrina then.
Oh, Sabrina's super dark. I mean, that is like satanic.
Yes, it is.
That is super satanic.
Yes, it is.
But
I love it.
You really could go down that route with this. But even though I don't think that's what Tim Burton's style is, I think there's still kind of that weird and bizarre and creepy, but a lot of Tim Burton stuff kind of still has like that innocent satanic. I don't know if that kind of fits or work, but you never know. I mean, I'm just excited to see a little bit more about this. I want to hear more about it. I want to see some designs.
Yeah.
I want to see what Tim Burton starts drawing up and seeing some of the what the school looks like. because they said new relationships. So does that mean Wednesday still has her boyfriend from Addams Family too?
We'll see. Interesting.
And is it going to follow the timeline, or not the timeline, but like the storyline of the first two Addams Family movies?
Yeah. So we will see. You know, I feel like sort of in a sense it was going to inevitably happen that they were going to base something off of Wednesday, because she is not saying the Addams Family, the rest of them is not as popular. They all are, but she is also a standout. And I think, you know, especially when you look at Addams Family and like a younger girl looking at who she can dress up for as Halloween or cosplay. And sometimes you're like, well, I don't know if I want to, you know, pull a like, you know, XYZ characters, but like Wednesday, I think I can do that. And she's fun and she's got a very iconic look. So I think it was before long. So we will see. It is going to be live action. So maybe we'll get little cameos depending on how they do it.
Maybe I think
flashbacks and stuff like that.
I think that would be really cute.
Yeah.
I mean, if they can connect it to the previous movies.
Yeah.
I mean, the main theatrical movies. I know after the second one, there was still like a third, a fourth, or maybe it's based on some of the cartoons. Those have done pretty well too.
Yeah.
When they came out into theaters. Yeah.
So we'll see. And then maybe this can open the floodgate of like, now Wednesday get one, and then would Gomez have one, and like Morticia would have one.
But you'll have to recast, because what's his name? The guy who originally played Jowl, I can't pronounce his name, but
can't pronounce it.
But the fact, I mean, he did such an amazing job as Gomez. And I love the family dynamics in Addams Family. So if it's just Wednesday, there's going to be that sense of, but I want to see
that.
We're missing the family kind of a thing.
So
Raul Julia, thank you. I was like,
there it is.
I just couldn't get it. Raul. I just couldn't get it out of my mouth. But yeah, he did an amazing job. But since he passed away so many years ago, you'll have to find someone who could capture the essence.
Cast an unknown. I feel like they need it. And also depending on what age they want to put Gomez in. Because if it's older, then you would have to look at, you know, specific actors, and they go younger. If they go younger, I would love Diego Luna. But that's just me because I'm a fan. So
and also Wednesday's going to be a little bit older, because if
young adult, right?
Yeah, she's going to be young adult in this. So, and it sounds, I was a little nervous at first because they did mention her psychic powers. So I'm kind of like, are they going to turn her into a superhero? Or is she going to a school?
I would not want that.
That kind of, is it going to be weird? Because when Wednesday went to normal school, she was definitely the black sheep of that school, stood out. No one else was like her.
Right.
But if she goes to a school that is kind of designed to welcome in the weird and bizarre with powers, how is she going to have? Is she going to have a little bit of an identity crisis of, there are others who are like me, and I'm not as unique as I thought I was.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious on which direction they go. I
wanted to raise hell.
Yes.
That's what I really want. Just keep going back to the play at the camp.
Yes.
That was one of that on a grander scale. Just like they can have like, you know, like a parent teacher day where everybody comes to visit, and it's just chaos. People running around, they're on fire.
So yeah, this is actually something I'm actually really excited about.
Yeah, same. Well, you guys, we are going to go ahead and dive into our main topic, which today is we're talking about Nintendo Direct, which is the whole reason why we pushed today's live stream back a whole hour so we could sit there, take notes, and watch. It was like a full-on 50-minute thing. Some of the things that we were looking forward to prior to watching the Nintendo Direct, and you guys let us know what you were kind of looking forward to prior to the Nintendo Direct starting. I was wondering if they were going to add more characters, more players to Super Smash.
Yep.
And then I wanted more announcements on either more Mario stuff because the 35th anniversary is upon us, or the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah,
like that's
definitely more details on that.
I was like, okay, it's been a long time. Like we're probably going to get that. We did get some repeated titles, but let's go ahead and dive into it. if you will.
Now, I don't think we're not going to hit every single point.
We're not going to hit every single game
because there was a ton of
there
games,
were
ton of
about
announcements.
31 to maybe I may have missed some, but there were a lot. And so we'll go ahead and start off what they kind of kicked the Nintendo Direct off with, and that was like a nice little scene from Xenoblade, and I was like, so what? And that was, they got me because I was like, this is how you're starting.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. I'll watch. But it was to introduce a new player to the arena for Smash Brothers, and I thought that was an interesting way to do it. Like they created a kind of like a whole dialogue, and it's like, I just got an invitation to join Smash, and I was like,
they had like
what?
She had the envelope and everything with the wax seal on it, and it was almost like a da-da-da. And I thought it was such a cute little introduction.
Yeah.
And it's always fun
let me put up the graphic
to
here.
have more characters in Smash.
There we go.
I mean, honestly, choices, options, you can never have too many when it comes to different players in Smash Brothers.
Now, a part of me was, I mean, I'm always happy to get, new players and new characters for Smash, but a part of me was wondering if they would do like an imposter from Among Us. I thought that would be really funny, or if like one of the characters from Fall Guys, like that would have been just really, really funny, or maybe we would get more than just one character. But we just, and I don't know, this is me sounding greedy or whatnot, but we just got the one. However, she's pretty cool. She can switch between her two forms, and
everyone else on our team can hop in and help out.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. So let us know if you guys are excited that this is now going to be a new playable character, or if you were kind of really hoping for more than just one or someone else.
And we're also getting a new fighting level.
Yeah.
So, and that one looks intense because it looks like there's a possibility that you're going to have to be jumping around a lot.
Yeah.
So Wendy doesn't do well on jumping levels.
I'm not great at those like platform type games, because I like my up B in Super Smash is really terrible. Like my timing is awful, which is why I try to play, like back when I first started playing Smash, I would try to play a character that had wings, like Meta Knight, because you could just fly. Like my favorite is actually nowadays, it's like Pikachu, but sometimes Pikachu's too fast.
Yeah.
And I don't time it right, and I have like launched myself off the stage.
Yeah, a couple of times where Wendy did her own little TK.
I was just like, oh, come on. Everybody else is over here in a clump. I'm over there. Because my timings get really upset. It's like, Wendy, did you KO yourself? I sure did. So that's one of that's how they started off. Pretty cool. And we get an announcement that Fall Guy is coming to the Switch, which is pretty exciting because I think previously it's only been available on the Switch. Not on the Switch, I'm sorry, on a PC.
Yeah.
So that's going to be cool. That means like you and I can finally play and we can finally stream this. And again, I don't know why someone who's really bad at jumping games would openly be saying, I want to play this on the internet and to stream it. But it just looks fun. Whenever I watch my friends play, I'm always laughing a lot. I'm having a good time watching them play. So I am excited about that. Any other titles you're excited for, Dustin?
Well, Fall Guy, yeah. And honestly, with Fall Guy, it's more of like a running and bumping into each other kind of game.
Trying to screw each other over.
And I think that's just going to be really fun for both you and I to play on the same screen and do some live streaming on that.
Yeah. There'll be cursing involved, I'm sure. When I play, that's when it comes out. That's when the bad language comes out.
A new game that's coming out that looks really interesting is Outer Wild.
Outer Wild looks really, it looks wild.
It kind of looks like, what is it? If you take like the end of the universe, but then mix it with Groundhog Day, kind of a thing. And you have to find the secret in order to save the universe.
You have 22 minutes before everything resets, which is really interesting. So it's giving me a day after, no, what's the Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt one? Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow. All you need is kill. Live, die, repeat.
That it's kind of got that. Groundhog's Day, Boss Level, that's coming to Hulu if you haven't watched it yet, with Joe Carnahan directing. It kind of gives me that vibe, especially with Boss Level, because you keep going back to kind of also, I guess, with Edge of Tomorrow, like you got to go back when it resets and figure out how to what not to do.
Yeah.
And what other secrets you get to learn unlock. And this is coming from Annapurna Interactive, which is really cool. I believe it's also the same Annapurna that does the films, just a separate division. So if that's the case, like I am for it. I love Annapurna stuff. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Kind of going back to the chat here to see what you say.
It was someone, I think it
Crash
was
for Smash.
Crash for Smash?
Jack says Crash for Smash, but then Michael says they can't do Crash for Smash. That's maybe a licensing thing?
Oh, maybe
That's
for Crash Bandicoot?
Maybe not.
Maybe. I mean, honestly, sooner or later, it's going to be one of those things that they'll get the rights. It's going to be a lot of difficulty for them to actually get it. But yeah, I would love to see Crash in Smash Brothers.
Brian says Pikachu is not the best character to play if you haven't mastered recovery. No kidding. Been there, done that. Still like Pikachu. Still picks it because sometimes you just like a character. I mean, look, if I know what characters I'm really good with that I know but just Pikachu is so fun to play with. Plus, it's cute. But yeah, don't I know it? Okay, moving on to the next one coming up is the Famicom Detective Club. There's 2 titles that are coming out in May, and I like kind of a little bit of like underline of horror that these 2 games have. One of them, you're solving murders in a haunted village. You've got like amnesia. So you got to try to play detective while you have amnesia. That seems interesting and slightly creepy because you can't remember what happened to you. So like, did you cause it? What if you go to the end of it and you found out that you're the one? You're trying to solve your own mystery. And the other game is a supernatural rumor that started and you're like in a classroom setting. And we were watching some of the dialogues. It just gave us the creeps. Because one of the dialogues said, "Don't you see the bleeding girl in front of you?" I was like, "Dad, no, I don't want to see that." But yes, I do. Yeah.
It's like, no.
And no. But I'll continue. But I've already just played during the day.
Yeah.
Because if I play at night, it really, my imagination gets to me. And then I feel like I need to turn all the lights on in the house and check my closet. Make sure nothing's hidden there or something like that. Let's see.
No, Detective Clubs, there's actually like a whole series of them, right?
I hadn't played
because I haven't played any of them, but yeah, they look very story driven.
Yeah, and this comes out in May, so it's not that far away. I just might download one of the 2. I don't know which one.
Check it out.
Just to check it out because like that just looks like a game that I don't necessarily need to hook the Switch to the TV, which is why I like the Switch a lot. Is you can play it, you can watch it on the TV or you can have it like in your hand.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe that one I'll have in my hands because it feels like easier. I can just like put it down and walk away from it. If I get creeped out with the TV, I don't know. I feel like I'm more like immersed into it, I guess, if that makes sense.
A game that I actually want to give a little bit of props to, because at first I was kind of like, oh my gosh, really? They're doing this? And then later on through the announcement, I was like, I went from one end of the spectrum doing like, okay, I'm a little curious now. That's Mario Golf.
Mario Golf.
I have to admit, when this first came out, I'm like, oh, you're doing another Mario Golf game. But I knew that like there are some people out there who love the golf games. I know, Mark Ellis. He loves his sessions of golf. I wonder if he plays
Mario Golf because I think he prefers. Oh, he plays Wii Golf though.
He plays Wii Golf.
I think.
But
I think he did. I don't know if he still does.
When they started to announce the speed mode and the story mode, I was like, okay, this is an interesting way to make it a little bit more than just, okay, you're doing a couple rounds of golf. Now, if you love golf, that's awesome. I'm glad you love it. You love the sport. You love the game, the video games.
Maybe you prefer to play like a physical game in person.
Yeah. I've actually never, I think I've swung a golf club a couple of times, kind of a thing.
I have as well, and I am not good. I am not good at it. That is not the sport for Wendy at all. I can play baseball. I can throw a football. I can catch a football. What else is what other sports?
What other sports are out there?
Golf is not one of them for Wendy. I'm terrible at it. I can do putt-putt.
Putt-putt.
I can do a putt-putt course.
Putt-putt. Yeah, honestly, I can do some mini golf.
That's it. Not actual golf. I can't do
But
that.
I wanted to give out some props to that because I thought it was funny and cute.
Yeah.
Going from one end of the spectrum to going, okay, I'm a little interested.
Yeah. Brian Brawler, thank you so much for your super chat. Brian writes, before Smash Ultimate, people really wanted Ridley and Banjo, and some thought that was impossible. So nothing is really out of the question anymore. I mean, that's really true. And it's not to say that, in February, we're getting this one character and we just got one for this Nintendo Direct. And then we aren't getting other characters throughout the year, because that's what's really fun about Super Smash or Smash Ultimate is that you get different playing styles, different characters, different abilities. Yeah. And it's just fun, especially if you love a specific game and their characters. Like I remember when Splatoon was introduced.
Splatoon, yeah.
Splatoon, sorry.
Splatoon.
Splatoon.
Yeah. Splatoon. Not Patooey, but Splatoon.
So yeah, you're absolutely right, Brian. Nothing is really out of the question at all. If you could have, forget about licensing and restrictions, any of that. If you could have any character, who would you?
Ooh, that's want? A tough one because one, they've already got a
licensing platforms.
Platform.
In our theory,
loved when it was Soul Calibur that had Spawn, and you also had Yoda. I would love to see like a Jedi in Smash Brothers. I think that'd be so cool.
I was thinking Cal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that would obviously. I don't think it would happen because of in actuality. But again, kind of to Brian's point, nothing's out of the question. They can work it out.
Yeah. I mean, for how many years did we think, oh, there's never gonna be Spider-Man in the MCU? Oh, there's never gonna be X-Men. Give it some time. Sometimes things change.
Thunder God says Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Ooh.
Put all the Kingdom Hearts people in there. I'll play them all.
You know what would be really cool? Yeah. They can get like some of the licensing for like Bleach characters to be in Smash Brothers.
Naruto?
Mm-hmm.
Done. Sailor Moon! She'll do the pose.
You get Hello Kitty in there.
She'll be deadly too.
Oh, yeah.
She'll kill you with her cuteness. All right. Thank you so much to Brian for your super chat. We super appreciate it.
But on that, anyone put in some of your ideas for characters that they do not have in Smash Brothers that you would love to see, even if it has copyrights, everything. If they do not have it, what would be your dream character to see in Smash Brothers?
We also should talk about, speaking of other games, Tales from the Borderlands.
Yes.
This is going to be fun because initially, when they were talking about Borderlands, I believe they are doing like the catalog of all the Borderland existing games and making that available for the Switch that you can buy. But this is definitely not, I mean, it's still in the world, but it's not those characters. So what I thought was kind of interesting is that this is also, not just set in the world of Borderlands, but this is also choice driven.
Yes.
So kind of a la like Mass Effect. So your choices will have consequences. And in Borderland, the consequences can be, because it's crazy. And they say that they're going to keep everything intact as far as like the humor and how the gameplay goes and the characters and things like that.
Which sounds kind of tough for Nintendo because Borderlands is brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, there's blood splatter, there's gore, there's people getting ripped apart in Borderlands.
Why am I floating? My favorite line from was it the first or the second one?
I think it was the second one.
It was the second one. And this game, the Tales from the Borderland, is going to be set between episode 2 or Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 3. So I'm sure we'll get some cameos from some of our favorite playable characters as well. And like we love Borderlands. We've been kind of picking back up Borderlands 3. So that is going to be super fun.
I just saw the comment here from Michael, and I am like,
oh, that's a good
Ninja
one.
Turtles.
Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
In Smash.
Yes.
Okay.
I would love to see that. Ninja Turtles, see Ghostbusters in there. Oh, that'd be so cool.
They throw their little trap.
And you can actually
and then out of the box. If you could pick only one Ninja Turtle to play in Smash, would it be, and please comment this in the chat, you guys.
No.
Would it be Leo, Ralph, Mikey, or Donnie?
I think in Smash, I would go for Leo. I think having two swords, I think he's probably the most overall skilled fighter in my personal opinion, because he is the leader. But honestly, each one of them adds such a unique fighting style, from just being wild and crazy, jumping all over the place for Mikey, to be Raph, who's just a brawler. And
Mikey can like break dance his way out of things. Eat a slice of pizza.
Oh yeah.
Cute. And also, speaking of
Donnie with a reach.
I think I would pick Ralph.
Sorry,
Raphael. I think I would pick him because, one, he was growing up, he was my favorite before I made the switch over to Mikey, but he's also kind of the biggest out of the four. So, maybe a little bit like a heavier set a character, whereas to like a Donnie would be a little bit lighter, easier to throw off the map, I feel like. Maybe.
Yeah. And each one of them, like definitely Raphael would definitely be a heavier, more of a Smash kind of like a Bowser, or a Ganon kind of character. Jay Lamb says Ninja Turtle was in Injustice 2. Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah,
that's right. I remember that. That was really cool. When they added those.
I have not played Injustice 2, so I don't know. But that's pretty cool. And to Brian's other super chat, Brian, thank you so much. Brian writes, I honestly don't think I'll see a game like Smash with all these random characters in it from other franchises again in my lifetime. I mean, that's why there's been so many iterations of Smash. It's because the capability they have for that, and the capability of when we could have friends over.
Oh my!
Just do a big brawl, have tournaments and things like that. Like that's always been a lot of fun between ourselves, right?
No, remember when I think it was for my birthday, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, and we had Robert over, and we had some friends.
Right,
over,
I said between ourselves.
Well. No, and we had we had a tournament.
It wasn't like an official Nintendo.
It was like just okay. Never mind.
No.
You said ourselves.
Ourselves, our friends. Sorry, I should have been more clear. That's like I miss a lot of that. I still remember losing. It's just a very small local tournament because the stage was set at random. And I got the one that you scrolled up and you had to jump. And I was just like,
and you're like, out of all
let me
levels,
just put my controller down right here and just walk away. I can't even. They were trying to be nice too. They were like, do you want to do another one? You can pick the stage. And I was like, well, no, because no one else got special treatment. Why am I getting special treatment? So I just stayed. I stayed and watched everybody else play. Let's see. But wasn't there, to Brian's point, wasn't there a game? I think it was like for the PlayStation. It was also sort of like a battle royale type of a game, and they included a lot of other characters.
Yeah, and you can play like Ratchet and Clank. You can play God of War.
But it was specific to Sony platforms.
You can play Solid Snake.
So he's right. There hasn't really been another game that's quite like Smash. And I don't know if because when you put it out, immediately people are going to compare it to Smash.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember we have both of them, and we would play
PlayStation All-Star. Thank you, Blade.
Thank you very much.
We have
That's
that.
Exactly. Yeah, we do.
We have that.
We played it a good amount, but then we're like, I'd much rather play Smash.
Just a system that we've been playing for a long time. We're used to the way it plays, and it's a lot of fun. Let's see. Thank you so much, Brian, for your super chat.
Something that they did not talk about that I really wanted them to talk about.
Breath of the Wild 2.
Well, they did mention Breath of the Wild 2. They're like, hey, we have nothing to show you yet.
Yes.
But I thought they'd at least mention something from Mario Kart 9. Because, so what was going through my brain was Smash Brothers, and I was like, oh, you want to lose friends, you play Smash. But then I was like, no,
if you want to lose friends,
you play Mario Kart.
You can really dick over other people in that game. I personally
you almost killed one of our, literally, she was finally going to win. And then I
was at the finish line.
Right there. And she went from first to last. And
terrible.
I was actually fearing for our friend's life that came over and did that to her that day.
Upset.
I'm surprised. Yeah, they didn't mention anything from Mario Kart 9, or at least kind of like what they did for Breath of the Wild 2. Hey, we're still working on it. We don't have anything to show you guys right now, but here's some other stuff, kind of a thing.
So, well, there you have it. Another game that Dustin was actually quite excited for is the Stubbs Zombie.
I have to admit,
Rebel Without a Pulse.
Rebel Without a Pulse, Stubbs the Zombie, and I was like, this looks fun to be a zombie, and your goal is to go around and infect the world. You're trying to build up your zombie army, and I'm like, this is a cool little twist on your stereotypical zombie game.
Yeah.
So We didn't get to see much about this, and the graphics, there was nothing in the graphics that wowed me,
right?
But it still looked a lot of fun.
The concept of it is funny because normally you play as the human trying to get rid of the zombies, and now you're playing a zombie
trying to get rid of all the humans.
You're like, I need to build my army. So it's a zombie without a pulse, but with a brain still be able to, you know, create this big plan to take over the planet, if you will. Let's see what else. There's another Annapurna game that is called Neon White, and kind of immediately for me, this is coming out in the winter. Immediately, kind of where it pulled my eyes is I thought those characters looked like the later seasons of Bleach.
Yeah, you said that when we were watching it.
I was like, oh wait, oh no, it's definitely not. But that I just wanted to point that out. So Annapurna does have 2 games that are coming to Switch this year. We also have Miitopia. Yeah, Miitopia, interesting. So for anybody who has or still have a 3DS, we still have ours. There's like the Mi Plaza, and then there is, it's called, I don't think it's called Miitopia on the 3DS. It's called something else, but you can gather your friends via like Street Pass, and you can go on an adventure. You follow this little map and you defeat monsters, and you can use your Mi friends, and like depending on like what color they have set to, like you can use that to defeat the monsters, and then from there you build and you build and you build and you build. And I feel like they took that and they're gonna make it into a game of its own, but it's a little bit broader where you can visit your friends, continue to build relationships and things like that. And I sat there,
actually do battle with them.
And I said, wow, I could waste an entire day doing that, because that's why we used to do. Because, you know, when you sign onto your 3DS, I would be like, okay, well, let me go to the plaza and let me just do all my Street Passes. I remember when we walked around Japan and we had it on with us.
We collected
so many. And it's like I went on me to play a game, and instead I sat there and was like in the plaza, and then like hours passed. I'm like, well, I think I'm kind of tired, so I, you know,
close
and then
like I didn't
open
even
it, do it again. Yeah,
because you can only come across 10 new people before it stops letting new people in.
And I think this
so
one
you had to like get rid of, like you had to deal with those 10, play those games, and then wait for the next 10. Especially like if we went to like Universal Studios or Disneyland with it. We would pick up a lot. And speaking of like the 3DS and all the other fun Nintendo games, my obsession, and this is Animal Crossing. So the update to Animal Crossing is coming soon, and this is to celebrate the 35 years of Mario. And we're gonna get some downloadable content, Mario themed stuff, and that's like really exciting for me. I literally have not signed on to my Animal Crossing in over a month. There's probably a lot of like upkeeping that I need to do on my island. Hopefully nobody wants to move away. You go back and everyone's like, you've neglected us, we're all leaving, and then you have like no one on your island except for Tom Nook.
My own island, yay! No, that I wouldn't be able to get recipes from anybody. But I'm excited. I feel like now I have to scrap my entire decor that I have going on and rebuild and put this Mario, like that's, maybe I can segment out an area that is like maybe up on the cliff. I can get rid of all the flowers.
Oh yeah, true.
Just get rid of all my flowers, put them in my house in storage, and build Mario up there with the coins and stuff like that. That'll be really cute. But yeah, I completely missed the Pave event, the Peacock one. I completely missed it. Didn't even, it was all like 2 days ago. Could have collected all the stuff, didn't do it. Didn't really feel like I missed out on that one. But the Mario one I am not missing. So
could you cheat on that and
I can time travel back.
Would you be able to technically time travel back to like Christmas time and do
I think so.
Oh, really?
I think so. You can collect all the stuff that if you haven't. There's a couple of like trees, like illuminated trees that I haven't been able to collect. But I also thought like, let me leave myself something to do for this Christmas coming up. Because what if they just release the same items and I already have half of it? I keep them anyways.
Yeah.
So instead of, I'll just farm those new ones. So we'll see. But the Mario one, I am not missing. There's also, not related at all to Nintendo Direct, but there's also a Sanrio, like Hello Kitty.
Oh, really?
In Animal Crossing. And I think you have to buy the packs, like the amiibos, and you can put them in the game. I don't know how to do that because it's supposed to be available in March, I think. And you can pre-order like the packs or something like that. But everywhere I'm finding it's like, you can buy it from Australia. You can buy it from Canada. I was like, well,
I want to buy it here in the US.
I don't even know if it'll work. So I don't know if you guys know anything about this, put it in the chat, or better yet, put it in the comments. So we can, I can. It doesn't play Animal Crossing, but so I can have a way of purchasing these Sanrio amiibos.
With this Mario event, I might just be like, you know what? Just start my island and just build it to be all Mario. And in order to do it, though, we have to get the second one, right? The small, Navi,
the smaller one. You want to? Oh wait, Navi update. Okay, so quick pause on our. Oh, okay.
Pause. She just wants some love and attention.
So this is our. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to our live stream, this is Navi, our.
Hello.
Oh, our mascot. So Navi is doing good. She got her bandages off, so she just has the stitches, and we are just keeping a shirt on her so she doesn't scratch at her stitches, because you know how when you're healing and stuff like that, it kind of itches. No, don't show it.
Oh, okay.
It might be a trigger warning for people.
Oh yeah, true. Because it's not a
it's not cute.
But the doctor was like, no, just put like a shirt on her, put like a little, if you have like a little dog shirt or a little hoodie, put that on her. But she's excited and she wants to run around, and we're like, Navi, no, don't run. We don't want you to pop your stitches.
Yeah, she keeps looking at us like, why are you telling me not to be a dog, Ma? Why?
Speaking of Animal Crossing.
No. Anyways, sorry guys, I get distracted very easily when I talk about Animal Crossing.
Maybe I want to get like the small, just the mobile.
And do your own Animal Crossing island, so we can visit each other.
Because then we can visit each other.
That's true. I mean, also
at the same time.
Speaking of why we will want to get a second Switch, whether it's the Lite or just another actual Switch, is because there was a game that came out that was just talked about during the Nintendo Switch, and that's called Project Triangle Strategy. That Dustin was like immediately. He's kind of like, oh, this looks like the Final Fantasy Tactical. Yeah. So it is a tactical RPG, and this is a working title. It's not going to come out until 2022, so we'll have a while to save up money to get a second Switch if we feel like we want to get a second Switch. But this looks like it's a little mixture of like, you know, the Final Fantasy Tactic to a little bit of D&D, because it is like in the sense of its strategic battle system. But what I like about this one is there are different levels.
Yes,
They did have
that in Final Fantasy Tactics a little bit. However, one of the big things about Final Fantasy Tactics for me that was tough is that it has a deep story and there's a lot of dialogue. But the thing is, though, back then they did not have voiceovers, and I'm dyslexic and ADD, so to read all of it took me forever, and it would take me so long to progress in the game. However, in the video that they showed us for this, I was like, they have dubbing, they have dialogue, they have dubs, this looks amazing. And they showed us all of the different characters and all the different battlegrounds. I was geeking out when I saw this, and I'm like, they have a demo that you can get, and they want like your opinion. I am downloading this, and Wendy's probably not going to see me very much, because I'm just going to probably
then we need a second Switch game, because I need to play my stuff too, and we only have one Switch. So we will figure out how that goes, because both of our games are saved on that. Like, he has his Civilization saved on our system, so we'll have to figure out how to transport that over to a new Switch. Probably just do it via either cloud or the micro USB or something like that. Okay, that's next. Do you want to talk about?
But definitely, what are the game, the Project Triangle Strategy?
Yeah,
I'm going to be all over that.
All over that. We're also going to be all over Star Wars Hunters, coming out 2021 this year. This is set in between episode 6 and episode 7. I wish they showed us more footage. Like, we got nothing. It's like, here is the title. Here is maybe like an intro into like a battle arena or something.
It looks like it takes place.
There's Jedi
at Boba Fett's palace.
Boba's palace. No, I feel like in this game it's still going to be Jabba.
I don't think so, because technically between 6 and 7, Jabba's dead. So they wouldn't. I think they're going to make it Boba's Boba's fighting pit kind of thing. So it's gonna take place. That means we could probably play like Mandalorian characters, Jedi.
There was definitely a Jedi in there.
Yeah, we saw that lightsaber. I would love to see if it is kind of just like a Coliseum battle arena, almost kind of like Smash Brothers, but in more of like a circular arena.
Yeah.
And like you start fighting a whole bunch of different people, and then every now and again they'll drop like a rancor in there, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, I was attacking you, but now we need to take care of that thing.
We'll work together, and then I'll kill you.
Then I'll kill you
after the fact."
But yeah, I would love to. I can't wait to see what this game is like. To show us a little bit more footage. To show us a little bit just a little bit of gameplay.
If anything, yeah, they showed us really nothing. But the title, obviously being Star Wars fans, has us intrigued. So we will keep our eyes out for that. There's also another game. It's called Worlds End Club, where you and like I think you're on a class field trip or something like that. You're trapped in this kind of aquarium / theme park, and then the game is over. And when you come out to explore, everybody else has vanished.
Do you want to know what this first actually reminded me of when they were saying like a classroom of kids?
Field trip, battle royale.
Yep. I was like, oh my gosh, is this going to turn out to be like...
Who gets the fork as a weapon?
Who's going to end up getting like their head chopped off or shot or something? And it's going to turn out to be this... But of course, it's Nintendo, so it's not going to be super grotesque.
Oh, interesting. Blade here says it could be Bib Fortuna's palace, at least for the moment.
Technically true.
Short-lived, but maybe that's what he was doing a little bit. Yeah, I don't discount that theory.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
But also, I want to go back because the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection
for that.
looks really cool. I mean, I played the first Ninja Gaiden like crazy. Unfortunately, when it came to the second one, they had changed the controllers around, and I was playing, and like after the first like level or so.
But did you play it on the same system?
Yeah, I played it on the same system.
And they changed the controls around?
They changed the controls around a lot, and I kind of rage quit. So I got kind of pissed off and like, fine, I'm not playing this because they changed everything. So I got a little stubborn. But to see that the Master Collection is coming out, looks really cool.
That's really exciting. Definitely something. Do you still have all the games? Because you have 2, 3, and Razor's Edge, or do you just have 2 and 3?
I have 1 and 2.
You have 1 and 2.
I didn't.
So then we might as well get this, and then so you can just play it all.
Yep.
On one system. I think we're definitely gonna have to like look at getting a second Switch.
Yeah.
For sure, because like I don't necessarily need to play my Animal Crossing on the big TV, but
a lot of times you actually do play. Oh no, you always play on the TV, huh?
Sometimes it depends. If I'm, it just depends on what I feel like. If I want like a cozy day and I want to lean back and just be in bed or on the couch, then I'll bring the handheld with me. Otherwise, it is a little bit easier to just turn on the TV.
Yeah, true.
And just do it that way. But Ninja Gaiden, I'd feel like that's something you need the TV for.
Yeah.
That's a game you really need to be
on the TV. Yeah, to be able to see the full screen, to get bigger picture.
Yeah.
And to be able to be a little bit more aware of your surroundings in that game.
Other things they talked about, because I want to talk about Hyrule Warrior Age of Calamity for a second, but other things they talked about, they are going to give us Bravely Default 2 February 26th. So that's really, really, really soon. There is supposedly a trailer that's out for that. They said that the trailer will be available as soon as the direct ended. We haven't watched it yet, so we'll give that a watch. I'm
kind of surprised that they didn't just show it on there.
Why they had a whole 50 minutes? Like, why didn't they just show it?
Yeah.
Let's see. They also talked about Ghost and Goblins.
I have to admit, a part of me geeked out a little bit because, oh my gosh, yeah, I played Ghost and Goblins on the original Nintendo system for hours, and I loved that game. I haven't played any kind of Ghost and Goblins since, but yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like, okay, Nintendo, bringing back some of my, childhood memories.
Yeah, for sure. And also, before we move on to our next kind of game that we want to talk about here, we do have a super chat from Chris. Chris's Choice. This is not quite a Chris's Choice. This is more of a theory, but I love it. Thank you so much, Chris, for your contribution. Chris writes, what would the galaxy be like if Luke had struck down Vader and joined the Emperor?
Oh.
Well, then, sorry, everybody else. You're kind of screwed.
Now take your father's place by my side.
So dressed in all black.
You actually did. Okay, cool. And now we're going to be even more powerful.
Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh.
No, sorry. I was trying to do it as the Emperor.
But it did not turn out.
It turned out like something you would hear in like a Family Guy or a
something dark side.
Robot Chicken type.
But honestly, that is something that I have been dying for Star Wars to make. And I'm surprised they didn't. And a what if. And even if it's an animated series, kind of like how they're doing the what if for Marvel, I would love to see a what if for Star Wars. Yeah. What if Luke joined the Emperor? What if Luke, like Darth Vader died and Luke actually had to go up and fight the Emperor, lost, and then the only one that's left is Leia that had to take on the mantle of trying to destroy
brother and sister fighting at the end. You can see Leia fight with a lightsaber.
Yeah. And to see, and so
her
there's
using
just,
the
there
Force.
are a ton of what if stories in the world of Star Wars that I think would be amazing to do a whole bunch of maybe 1 hour animated specials.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Disney, here's a free idea. Do it. I mean, I would love
They're
to see it.
probably working on it.
They probably are.
I feel like they're probably working on it because it's, so as Star Wars fans, we talk about these kind of things like, oh, you know, but like, what if this happened? Like, what would the whole story look like right now? Because then we wouldn't have gotten Force Awakens, or if we did, that would play out a very different way,
Mhm.
you know, even with the same characters. So thank you so much, Chris, for your super chat and that theory. We love discussing
And Blade,
Star Wars theories.
I would love to do the voice of the Emperor for
hurts.
Nintendo. I mean, not Nintendo, but for Lego, for the Lego Emperor. However, if you've ever heard Sam do it,
Whitwer?
yeah, Sam Witwer.
He's a voiceover
Oh
actor,
my
though.
God.
Super talented.
He
man.
sounds amazing. And I'm like, why get me when you can get Sam? And he's already done a ton of work
But
for
also
them.
don't short sell yourself.
Oh, why, thank you. Ricky.
Back to the Nintendo Direct. Other games, they have Saga Frontier remastered Apex Legend. As we saw, they are not going to, they didn't present anything about Breath of the Wild 2.
So bummed.
But they said that maybe there will be more information later this year. So that gives me hope that maybe around Christmas time, maybe around, you know, November in the fall, we will get more solidified information that, you know, if we were to get one, what will it look like, and things like that. So I was a little bit disappointed because that's one thing I was thinking that they would probably give us, even if it's just like, this is the proposed date, these are some of the things that were something, anything, and they gave us just a sorry. But at the very least, though, they did address it.
Yes.
And they let us know that, you know, we know that you'd be looking forward to this. So unfortunately, we don't have anything to tell you. However, here is what we can tell you about, they're giving us Skyward Sword HD. I can't even read my own. Oh, yeah. Okay. So what they did is they took the gameplay, the way you played when Skyward Sword was on the Wii U, which you played with the nunchuck on one hand and with the Wiimote in the other, and you used it as sword and shield. And they kind of, because the Switch has that capability of having the controllers in your hand, they're doing it that way. And I feel like this way, it seems very intuitive as well, with the sword in your right hand and the shield, and you just hit that trigger or the bumper on the left, that would raise it up. I don't think after watching like the short, like 30-second demo, if that, of the gameplay where they use all buttons, because I know people would prefer to play all buttons.
Yeah. There's some people who are used to those controls.
But for me, it doesn't feel intuitive. And I say this prior to playing this game in this way, so I don't know, but just kind of thinking about it from my own playing style, to play it on a pro controller or your, however you have your controllers attached. So not in your hands, but, you know, to push down your right analog joystick as a down slash doesn't feel intuitive to me. For me, it's either A or a button, and on your left hand, you would push down.
They might have,
you know, like that.
Control options to where you can tell which direction the sword is. I guess if you're going like this, you naturally want to go down. If you're going like this, you naturally want to go from.
But that's, yeah,
left
but
to
that's
right,
with the Joy-Con in your hand. But if you have them attached, or if you're playing on a pro controller,
Oh,
you're not going to go
yeah.
like this. Like nobody plays like kids play like this. Maybe.
No, I might have to disagree a little bit with that. I remember getting that, shaking that controller, like, come on.
Do you? Now.
When you really get into the game, sometimes that controller has to be made of adamantium or it will break.
Put the wrist straps on. You make your own like a bungee cord, tie it around your pro controller so you don't throw it by accident.
So if it throws it comes back at you, like, oof.
Well,
Well, at least it didn't go into my, $300 TV kind of thing, but 4 or 5. Well, some people have some really nice TVs.
Thunder God, Kiro writes, I was fine with this until I noticed that it's $60 pricing and the Wii version costs less than $20. So if you still have the Wii U, maybe just play it on that. We still have our Wii U and all the all the controllers that go with it. We in fact have Breath of the Wild for the Wii U as well. But the pricing doesn't surprise me in the sense that most Nintendo Switch games are set at $59.99.
Yeah.
Most, especially a title such as Zelda. However, this isn't a brand new original game. This is just a remastered HD version of a game that has already existed.
Exactly.
So it does kind of, especially for people who played it on the Wii U, who would like to revisit it. And they don't have the system or that game anymore. And now they have to pay the full price for Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
And Skyward Sword, like, I'll be honest, I liked it enough. I didn't love it. It wasn't one of my favorite Zelda games.
Honestly,
okay.
Out of all of them, yeah, it's definitely not up there in the upper echelon of Zelda games that are.
I had fun.
Yeah.
But it was okay. There's other ones that I would rather play over and over as opposed to Skyward Sword. And with that, let's talk about what they are also giving us for the Age of Calamity. They are giving us a expansion pass, and let's see, it's available May 28th, 2021. So there's going to be new weapons for Link, new costumes for Link. And for Wave 1, they're going to give us an expanded roster. So newly added weapon types, new challenges in the Royal Ancient Lab. There's going to be new added challenging enemies. And then for Wave 2, we're going to get new character vignettes. We are getting new added stages, which is super exciting.
Woo!
Expanded roster again. And then they say new battle skills for existing characters, which is great. And this is $19.99 USD. And mind you, you can't buy this by itself without the game. Like you need to buy. This is a downloadable content just for anybody who's watching who's like, oh, I'll just buy this version. Like that's actually not a version. It's think of it more of as an add-on. But we have a lot of fun with Age of Calamity. Like it's kind of just like, 1 versus 1,000. You're like, yeah, just have fun, smash, and you can switch between characters and different skills that you can like still cook. So I like that they add all these little elements in there. The game does go by pretty fast, so you have to really pay attention to. You can't just like go in and slash and whatever, because there's things that you forget to pick up, and you need to.
There's a lot of battle strategies involved, and looking at the map and moving from here to there. Yeah, it's very fast paced. To where you're like, okay, I've got to go into this battle. I have to take out these guys. Okay, now, oh shoot, now there's this new invasion going on over here. I have to handle these guys and the goals. I think the way they designed this game was just awesome, and I love the fact that they're giving us just more material now to play with.
I had a Splatoon graphic, but I don't see it, so I'm gonna see if I can try to find it really quick, because that is the final game that they talked about during today's. Where is it? I guess I don't have it. That's weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I
was actually surprised that they ended with Splatoon. I
just thought that they would put that a little bit earlier, but I guess that is perhaps the next biggest. This doesn't even come out until 2022 though.
Oh yeah.
So it's a nice tease. We kind of get a look, and the different hairstyles. You get a little buddy in it and things like that. Splatoon's been a lot of fun. I like that they added the Splatoon characters. I want to say like. I don't know what I want to try to say. Splatoon into Smash. So obviously very, very popular. I feel like they wouldn't have made a third one if there wasn't a demand for it.
No, very, very true.
Because you got to pay the developers and everybody, and then it's got to sell. So they have to think that there is a demand for. Like I personally don't think that I would, like if I was gifted a Splatoon game, I definitely like the third one. I'd play it, but I don't think I would choose to purchase it. I would maybe purchase something else. But again, that's not because it's like bad or anything like that.
No,
it's just
not at all.
Personal preference or anything or something like that. So.
And it's a fun game to play. I think what turned me off is when the very first game came out, it was very limited on how you could play it.
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to have like a Smash Brothers kind of a thing, to where you have all of your friends over and you can kind of play it like that. But the most that you could do was only 2 players. So I don't even think actually you could do the 2 players in the same place.
It's been a while since we picked up that game.
Yeah.
It
been was
a little
fun.
While.
I still liked it. But yeah, it was the playing option of how many people can play with you in the room at the same time. that made it a little less appealing.
I
But
feel like they didn't
if
give
you guys
us...
love it, I mean, they're gonna be coming out, and it's a huge hit for a lot of people. It's a huge hit.
I can tell you what we definitely will be wanting to pick up, and I don't remember when this came out, but like for summer, like Fall Guy is something that we definitely want to either play here on the YouTube channel or on the Twitch channel, which is just twitch.tv/themoviecouple. And you can just, parental advice will be that there will be adult languages. Not some, there will be a lot, because I'm infamously bad at any sort of jumping games, but I don't care because I want to play, and the characters were cute and I want to have a good time. So there is that. Well, you guys, that's it for today's live stream. We've gone over a little bit. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today, even though we started a whole hour later. It's just so that we could watch Nintendo Direct. If you're watching this live stream on the rebroadcast, let us know what you thought of today's Nintendo Direct. What were you really hoping to see? What are some of your favorite titles? And of course, what are some of the things that you really, really were hoping for announcement, whether it be Breath of the Wild 2 or Mario Kart 9 or something like that you didn't get, or maybe a theory of, not a theory, but kind of a wish list of the characters that you would like to see added to Super Smash. So with that said, you guys, we have a super chat from Jim. Jim, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jim.
Jim writes, with Snyder Justice League being 4 hours, are you planning on watching it straight through?
Probably.
That's the plan. We're going to build in bathroom breaks where if it's a less, like if they're having like an exposition moment, we're going to hit pause. We're going to maybe order some food, support our local small businesses. Boba will definitely be on the menu.
Yes, it will be.
For sure.
We're going to have just like a smorgasbord of a whole bunch of
Movie
food.
theater popcorn made from home. Boba.
I need to order that.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
I love chicken nuggets. Maybe some nachos. I don't know. We'll see how many things we're able to purchase via delivery service or curbside pickup, because we have to all get, if we're going to do curbside pickup, we're going to have to do it before we hit play. And I want to watch it like as soon as it's up, because I don't want to go on the internet. I already have a lot of Justice League words blocked on my Twitter. So because we're getting close to it, so I don't want to like somebody blab and like give me a leak and then like I'm like, wow, it's ruined for me. So as it gets closer to the dates, like I'm gonna block like probably like Superman, Batman, or whatever. Just so I don't get anything. But we do plan to watch the 4 hours through with various bathroom breaks built in and food breaks built in, and then we will have our full-fledged review on this channel. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on today's live stream. We had a lot of fun talking about the Nintendo Direct and about, of course, the Cruella trailer and poster. What else did we talk about? Us Again, the short, and hey, tomorrow, Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, that's
finally.
I'm so excited to see that trailer.
Kombat. Yeah, that's not how the guy sounds at all. But you guys, thank you so much for being.
And Tim Burton's Wednesday.
Oh yeah, Tim Burton's Wednesday. We'll see how that turns out. Thank you guys so much for being here. Of course, Boba. Damn right. Of course, Boba. But though I say Boba, sometimes I don't get it. I don't get Boba in it. Like if I know I'm going to be eating a lot,
milk tea.
Yeah, I won't put Boba in my drink, because then I'm chewing on my popcorn and then I'm sipping my drink to chew some more. That's probably the day we can do like multiple orders. We put it in the fridge. Yeah. Oh man, I'm thinking about it already. All right, guys. Michael, thank you so much for the tidbit. Michael says Mortal Kombat is red band. Woo!
Yes.
As it should be.
It should be.
Fatality.
Mortal Kombat should be rated R.
Sorry. I'm such a nerd. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this live stream, if you enjoyed our discussion, please like this video. It really helps us out a lot here on YouTube. You've heard me may say it many times. It really does help with the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new upcoming videos or live stream. And with that said, we will see you on Saturday for another live stream along with WandaVision spoiler discussion.
Yes.
We will see you then. Bye, Navi.
Bye, Navi.
No, say bye to everyone.
Bye to everyone.